in my daily work, I meet with people who have dual diagnosis. So you typically with people with severe mental health disorders and combined with addiction to some substance, chemical substance, and or alcoholism or whatever. And
right.
when someone is what they call schizoaffective or schizophrenic, they will sometimes be grandiose, and they'll tell you, I had sex with Ronald Reagan or whatever, as part of their story. And it becomes very hard to tell sometimes whether the person is telling you an actual traumatic event that happened to them, or it is a confabulation. It's a or not a confabulation, really. It's a confusion, because what happens sometimes is people watch a TV show or something and they incorporate it into their mental processes, which are confused. And I think that provides a lot of cover, because if somebody tells you, "Oh, Bill Cosby is raping all these women," your first reaction is, "Well, that's nuts. Of course Bill Cosby isn't doing that, right? Why would he be doing that?" And then, turns out, looks like it might be true. So it becomes very hard, like at a basic level, to figure out whether the person is telling you something that actually happened or not.
But on the other hand, here you have someone like Jeffrey Epstein with this interest in teenage girls and preteen girls, and his buddy, his best friend, his biggest client, who gave him a house practically, Les Wexner,
yep,
who runs The Limited and The Limited 2, that dresses up little preteen girls. You can't even get a modest outfit for a little preteen girl anymore. So is it systematic? Is that a coincidence? Is it systemic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what I'm reluctantly arguing is that it is systemic, and it's institutional, and it does not appear to be limited to the United States necessarily.
No, it's not. As a matter of fact,
this is something we inherited.
Funny you brought that up. Okay, I don't know what you're getting at, but we just had Mark Ebner on the show, who wrote the book 6 Degrees of Paris Hilton, and there's all kinds of stuff in there about Paris Hilton being involved with escort services and stuff like that. And this work he's done with Ron Burkle, and this group he found of pimps and procurers who will take these young girls and they'll get them a career in show business. We're going to do your makeup and makeover and all this kind of stuff like that, get you with the agents, and get them a career in show. Then they're public, the people see them in the public, and now these high-priced guys in Saudi Arabia want to pay $40,000 because they see them on TV, and they want to pay $40,000 to have these women come to Dubai and sleep with them. And they got a whole industry going on doing this, Dude, who even comes up with that?
Yeah. I worked with in Hollywood for a small period of time, a few years, and you find a lot of that sort of thing going on.
Yeah,
and everybody knows it. Like everybody knows. Oh, this director. Like when Me Too started happening, it was like, well, yeah, because in conversations, people will say, oh, yeah, this person, has obviously done this, and this other person obviously does that, and we all know it. Like it's like the Jimmy Savile thing, molesting the young girl. Everybody just accepts, oh, that's what Jimmy Savile does. So somehow that makes it okay.
Yeah, Harvey Weinstein was no secret. Everybody knew what was going on with that.
Yeah. No, it's common knowledge that this is like Harvey's thing.
Yeah. Now, Joe, I think I've been unfair to you, man, because I brought you on the show, and I've gone in so many different directions. And we've only got about 5 minutes. Half the time you must be sitting over there shaking your head saying, oh, my God, what is it? Let me get a doctor for Ed. Get my wife on the phone with Ed.
I probably should have done this right. This is the first time that I've ever really talked about any of this stuff.
Yeah.
And I wondered when I put out that Bruce Perry article what was going to happen, and it stayed quiet. I haven't had a lot of reactions to that particular article, and maybe it's because I didn't specify my conclusions
right
about what I was doing. But I am very reluctantly being pulled into this idea that that institutional evils exist that are not limited to simply political concerns, which I would have liked to have argued. But I can sort of make sense of a world in which there are factions who are trying to do this and factions who are trying to do that, and occasionally bump each other off. But then there's this whole other thing, the mass psychology aspect, the mass trauma aspect, that unfortunately appears to be just as true as everything else.
And you can even, it's funny too, because as you were saying all this, because even if you look at NASA, you know, the times and dates of these flights, the Apollo, the names of these missions, and you know, so bizarre.
Yeah.
So then you're saying, okay, and it was run by Jack Parsons, who was a Satanist.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
A bunch of
Openly.
Nazis. Yeah. Jack Parsons and a whole bunch of Nazis.
Yeah, right, Nazis too. Yeah.
And Buzz Aldrin is doing a Freemasonic ritual on the moon, and et cetera. Yeah. Yeah.
But my question is it that they do that because there's something to it, or they do that because, hey, if we start talking about it, we'll look crazy, you know? And they're getting away with this stuff under the surface, but they're going to give us this extra exaggerated stuff. Like you mentioned, some of these famous people who claim to be molested, and they start bringing in Jimmy Stewart and all these big names, Bob Hope and stuff. You know,
yeah.
And I've had some on the show too. Some I don't, you know, some of them didn't stand up to questioning. They didn't hold up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then you got this other stuff here going on with Jeffrey Epstein now, and there was a basement, and he was doing this, and videos are being leaked, and adrenochrome, and they're creating adrenochrome factories.
Yeah.
Like some of it,
which Hunter Thompson talked about,
right?
And you know, Hunter Thompson had allegedly been to the Bohemian Grove, and that's a whole other story. But yeah, in the counterculture, especially, you hear whispers of all this stuff. The thing that's different now is that so much of it is in the air, I guess because of in large part because of the internet, which is good in one sense, but it's also bad in the sense that it becomes much more difficult to tell whether a story is on the level or not. There's just so much noise.
Hysteria in many cases,
yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
We got 2 minutes left. What do you want to leave us with, Joe Green?
Huh?
Go ahead. No, finish your thought. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. I was just going to say, and that was the thing about the Satanic Panic, right? There was hysteria around the Satanic Panic, but that didn't mean that not all of it was true.
Yeah. And then, you know, Oliver Stone was the one who produced that movie with James Woods. Yeah. So what do you make of that? Because you're in the JFK field. A lot of people think he's a hero.
Alex wrote him a letter.
Yeah, I know. I forgot.
But Oliver, and he said, you're working with the what was it, Shirley Eberl and her husband?
Yep.
And these guys they're child pornographers. Don't do this.
Yeah.
And they were child pornographers.
And they put together that
whole
thing. Yeah, they put together that press conference for 60 Minutes at their home.
Exactly. So how does that happen?
Well, but you're an insider though in this JFK stuff. What do you make of Oliver Stone? People think he's a saint, a hero. I don't. Because of that.
I mean, JFK is still a great film. I interviewed Oliver in his office for a film that has only been shown once. I mean, it's hard to say. I don't know. A lot of his work has been very good. Some of it not so much. I don't know. I really don't. I mean, if you talk to Oliver Stone in a room, he is incredibly intelligent. Understands things right away, like is very familiar with the literature, picks up on stuff. And when he doesn't, he says so. He says, "Oh no, I don't know that bit." So I don't know. My feeling is that he was on the level, but I agree. Like episodes like that, what the hell happened? How does this happen?
You know, we are out of time, and I think what you said, I don't know, that sums up our conversation today, man. The more we look into this stuff, the more we don't know, you know, and what we do know is scary as hell, you know. Joe Green, I can't thank you enough, man, for giving me your time today, and really, you really moved something in my in me today with your discussion. JoeGreenJFK.com, HiddenHistoryCenter.org. You can meet him in person in Kansas City at the end. We'll be talking about the Martin Luther King assassination, 4 Points by the Sheraton Hotel. Joe Green, thank you so much, man. Any last words?
Be careful out there.
God bless you, my friend. Thank you so much.
I really appreciate you inviting me on the show.
I hope you'll come back. I really feel like I threw you a lot of stuff today. I hope you come back, my friend. I really did enjoy this.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Okay, that was Joe Green, like I said, joegreenjfk.com. And don't forget our brand new sponsor, Keith M. Davidson at the kmdlawfirm.com. Good night, guys. And now a word from our sponsors. OppermanReport.com. Hey, do you like what you're hearing? Do you like the work that you see us doing here at Opperman Report? You can support that work by becoming a member at OppermanReport.com. And as you have access to over 200 exclusive shows and interviews that you can't find on YouTube or Spreaker or iHeart or iTunes or KYAH. You can't find them anywhere else online, exclusive to our member sections, to our members. Also, too, there's images, videos, documents, court docs. And don't forget, you can hear your ad played here on the Opperman Report, reach hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people on a daily basis because the show is repeated every day all over the world. Contact me at oppermanreport@gmail.com and I'll give you a good deal on advertising rates.
Have you ever thought about opening your own mobile cart or kiosk business? Maybe the facility you manage could establish new revenue by adding coffee, food, or retail services. Cart King International can be the answer to your needs. Cart King is a North American designer and manufacturer of the finest mobile coffee, food, and retail carts and kiosks. Cart King has been working with clients and corporations across North America for 20 years, providing innovative designs, custom manufacturing, and timely delivery. Carts and kiosks are fun, and so are the dozens of designs on our website. Please visit us today at www.cart-king.com or just call us at 1-877-986-7771 and get your sales rolling.
Have you ever heard of Castile Soap? Pure Soap Flake Company handcrafts fine soap bars, laundry powder, and concentrated soap flakes using organic vegetable oils from their northern Minnesota facility. Bathe your body and wash your clothes with Pure Soap products that are free of fragrance, GMOs, palm oil, sodium lauryl sulfate, and synthetic additives, safe for drains and waterways, and work great in high-efficiency washers and top and front-loading machines. They have a little promotion going on. Contact them to order some soap. Mention the Opperman Report. You're going to get a free gift. Order today at puresoapflakes.com or give them a call, 218-568-2525, 218-568-2525. Pure Soap Flake Company is a proud member of the Handcrafted Soap and Cosmetic Guild.
Are you ready to change your life, but don't know how to start? Is your stress and worries keeping you awake at night? Have you been battling grief, anxiety, or depression all alone? Have you lost touch with your own sense of being or spirituality? Soul Free Therapies offers professional and affordable live video streaming counseling and coaching services from the comfort of your own home. Sessions offered in English, Spanish, and Portuguese. Go to our website at www.soul-free.com and book your first session today.
Is your credit in bad shape? Do you need a new car? Ready to buy a new house? You want to rent an apartment? Are you going to apply for a job? Any one of these activities, they're going to ask for a credit report and then check out your credit score. Let Dynamic Solutions 2 erase your negative credit remarks. They offer a life-changing, dynamic financial solution. The finest in fast, professional, affordable credit repair. They have affordable monthly prices. They accept Visa, MasterCard, PayPal options available. You go to www.dynamicsolutions2, that's the number 2.com, or call 424-888-2820. Now, if you enter promo code ED or you mention Ed Opperman, you get a 10% discount. How's that? You get a free consultation, all negative items removed, get back in positive credit position. Dynamic Solutions 2, life-changing dynamic financial solutions.
Hey you, podcast listener, this is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. Take the blue pill. You wake up in your bed and go back to listening to mundane podcasts that won't challenge your religious beliefs and your so-called truths about reality, the universe, and consciousness. Take the red pill. Subscribe to the Event Horizon podcast, hosted by Mark Anthony Peterson. and he will show you how